All right, I'm in the Glenmonarch 9-hole cup. It is in the Thursday qualifying round, and I'm using this as a practice round. I did go out there and get the eagle on the first hole, and it may make me change my tune as we go along, but my intent here is still to practice today, just to try and get these holes down. But I can tell you, if I pick up any more of these just practicing, I may change my tune as we go through the day. I have several accounts to play, so that'll lighten the burden for tomorrow. So this hole right here, I'm going to use a sniper, a nav, and one backspin and about a 10% over adjustment. Now, what I did notice in I practiced earlier in my 88 practice account, and here's something that I did notice. I came here, I set up to do a rough bump. It takes maybe one backspin, very little, just to get the ball guide right at the hole. I did a 10% overpull. So I think what I had a 4-4 wind, and I did a 10% overpull, so that would be 0.4. So I did a wind adjustment for a 4.8 wind. The wind was going, if I remember correctly, it's going in this kind of direction. So I did my wind adjustment for 4.8, and then I hit the ball great to the right. So where I would expect to find myself down here at the cup is just right off the cup, great to the right. And what I saw was that I was great to the left. And so that tells me that where I'm at down here in my club, I'm probably in mid club. And with my sniper, at max, it's 1 per ring, and at mid, it's 1.2. And at minimum, it's in the 1.5 range, somewhere in that neighborhood. So if I did the one pull, which is what I did, and I adjusted for the wind up here and I added on, I should have been right at the cup. Right at it. I may have missed a little to the left or the right, but I ended up hitting to the right and ending up to the left of the cup. And what that's telling me is that I didn't adjust the wind properly. So I hit a perfect shot so I can get a pretty good read from it. Now, if I would have taken where I landed, and I would have used my mid number because I'm more in mid club, then instead of doing a 4.8 pull, I would have done a 4-ring pull. And that little bit extra here is where I was off here. So I'm gonna try hitting my mid club number, my 1.2 per ring, and see kind of where that puts me. So I'm gonna add on 10%, and then I'm going to use a mid club number. So I'm gonna take a sniper and a nav. And this is part of that practice of trying to be very critical of where you land up. And that's why it is important when you're doing the practice and you're taking the shot in, especially on these par 3s, that you hit perfect so that you can try and learn from that and see where you ended up and how your adjustments worked. I've got a demo of this that was from the mountain tournament, and I did get a hole-in-one on that. And I just did the normal adjustment. But I can't remember on this. I know I can't remember on this hole. It's been so long since I played these Glenmonarch holes. We played some of them in the mountain tournament and the other tournaments that they were in. 2 of the tournaments they were in I didn't play because I was on the road. And so I definitely didn't record those. The Origin Links, a lot of these holes were in the Origin Links, and I did very well in that tournament. It's a tournament that I won. But it was in the summer. I think it was last summer. And I was working like 15, 16-hour days, so when I played it, it was everything I could do to get enough time in the day. I was giving up sleep time, giving up some of my precious sleep time in order to play, and I definitely didn't have time to record. Okay, so it's a 4-5 side wind, so that means I'm going to do about a 4-9. There's minimum club. There's maximum club. So I'm right at mid club, which is what I thought was happening. 1 backspin. Yeah, that's a little over 1. Went right at it. That's going to be about 4-9. And then I'm going to do, so once again, we're just slightly over 4 rings. Now the goal is to hit perfect to see if that adjustment works. Hitting great to the left. So this time though, I hit it great to the left. I should end up great to the left. And I had a little over 1 backspin on that. That's why it ended up just a little bit short. It really is just like 1 backspin. So that was a 1 ring great to the left with a wood, and I ended up about 1 ring great to the left with a wood. So that's on a great shot. So I think I'm going to come at this and I'm going to use my mid club numbers instead of my max club numbers, and I'm going to make a wind adjustment. An additional wind adjustment. I always make wind adjustments, but I'm going to add on to the wind. Into a shootout. This next hole, hole number 3, is the one that's, you can help yourself if you bring a bigger ball. That's for dang sure. In my practice account, I don't have any bigger balls, but I do have some in this account. So I may, on hole number 3, bring out a bigger ball, but I may try just to see if I can get on with a normal ball. All right, that was hole number 2 of the Glenmonarch 9-hole cup in Thursday's practice round. Thanks for watching.